Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mary. I'm a kindergarten teacher based in Shanghai. I love being a teacher in China and I love being part of kids' learning journey. But as much as I love it, I also hate it because there are so many things that are out of my control and the system is broken and I'm not able to fix it. So today I'm going to share with you what you will have to face as a teacher if you come here to China. First of all, in my previous videos, I already mentioned that teaching in China is not like in any other country. It's just a lucrative business. And it's more about which school is flashier, which school has bigger playground, more facilities. It's all about comparing this. And because it's hard for schools to justify this outrageous price they charge parents, they came up with the idea, okay, let's not focus on, showcasing knowledge. Let's focus on the number of useless activities. For instance, they can add some classes that do not align with the main goal, or they could add a lot of field trips. They build swimming pool. For example, our competitors are building a tennis court. We're building a tennis court. Oh, look, they have a new swimming pool. We will have a new swimming pool, and so on. They're trying, to just attract parents for all these things, but they forget about the main thing, that kids are coming there to get knowledge. And because there are so many activities on the way, kids do not really get that much progress because they're always distracted and there is no consistent learning because all these activities, they're not in the curriculum. In China, they have this idea that, okay, let's just go with the flow. Let's just go on Friday, suddenly we go somewhere and do something. Or, oh, you have to cancel the class, that is fine. So basically, you'll often be asked to cancel classes and you'll feel guilty because your kids will be behind and there is not much you would be able to do about it. So let me know if it's like this in your school. I know in many schools it is like this and it's a big problem, which actually leads me to my next point. Because there are so many activities, many schools, they do not allow you to reveal true results to parents. For instance, there is a test and you want to give the kid a C, but the school doesn't allow you to tell parents that he's got a C, and they'll push you to give a B minus, which I completely disagree with this. The reason they do it because they're afraid that parents will blame them for not teaching very well these kids. And parents will not be wrong because there are so many activities, kid cannot learn properly, but there are multiple reasons why this kid maybe did not learn. Maybe he missed so many classes, or maybe parents did not assist him at home. Another thing schools do not want to do, they don't want to tell parents that they actually have to do something at home because they're selling this as, just bring your kid here and he's gonna be fluent in English. But it doesn't work like this. We all know it doesn't work like this, so that's a big problem. Moving on to a very sensitive point. Sometimes we get kids with special needs, and unfortunately we're not allowed to tell parents that they need to see a specialist or talk to someone about that. And this is really sad because in Chinese culture it is considered to be like, you should be ashamed if there is something wrong with your kid, which I think it's a big disaster, because if you have a problem, you can go to the doctor and the doctor can help you to solve it. Instead, when someone tries to hint, like maybe you go and see someone and they help you, parents just deny and they say, oh, no, there is nothing wrong with my kid. So this is why schools do not allow you to share your professional and honest opinion on this, which it makes your job a lot more difficult, because when you see something and parents see something and you cannot do anything about it, it's very difficult. Another downside to Chinese education is limited creativity. They do not really have classes where they can be creative. I'm not talking about art, but even in art classes, what I see, they have a pattern, they have to follow the pattern, they have certain colors, they have to, use exactly the same colors. They're not given colors to choose from, and that is a big problem. Another thing, when they grow up, they think that there is right answer and wrong answer, and because they're really afraid to give the wrong answer, they become more quiet, more reserved, more silent, because they think, oh, what if I say the wrong answer now? But it never crossed their mind that when you're brainstorming, for example, there could be more than one answer, and That is a big downside to Chinese system. Basically, they do not have any classes that would encourage kids to share these ideas. And even when we have like some story classes, they stick to this question answer, like main character, what do you think happened, and so on. So what happens in the end? In the end, kids are really good at, ticking all boxes, but they are not able to think outside of the box. As a teacher, you're trying to push them and encourage them to share the answer and say, hey, there is no wrong answer. But unfortunately, Chinese teachers are not doing this, so kids get used to the idea that there is right and wrong answer. And last but not least is something that I really do not understand. Younger learners, they have a really short attention span, and when it comes to, doing activities or playing games, it's so hard to make them focus. I told you earlier that it is all a big business. So they can just come to your class and start taking pictures and distracting everyone, and all they care about is just having nice pictures. Nobody cares that they interrupt your class. Nobody cares that kids are not really focused on their class anymore. The only thing they care about is having nice pictures, videos, and posting on social media, and that's it. So next time, if you see a nice picture of a nice video of, Chinese students in Chinese school and so on having a fancy activity, remember that behind it is not what you think it is. It's not really like a happy teacher. It's not really a difficult class. It is the class that was interrupted by someone else. And this is something that sometimes makes me really angry, because you're trying really hard to teach your kids, and these activities and these pictures and everything comes on the way. So basically, school does not encourage you to have, quality classes. They just want nice pictures, nice videos, and good marketing. So let me know what you guys think about it. What obstacles do you have if you were teaching, and what are your thoughts on this? Thanks for watching this video, and I hope the Chinese education system becomes better in the future, and see you later. Bye.